The world, as we see today, is the result of hard work, dedication, and determination of many people. Our ancestors gave their hard work, their sweat and blood just to build this fortress.
Maging magiting sa laban ng buhay. Maging magiting, kaya mong piliin ang kabayanihan araw-araw. Sa isip, salita at gawa, tayo ay maging magiting.
Nandito po tayo sa Fort San Pedro, the oldest fortress in the country. The Fort San Pedro is among a collection of historic locations in Cebu, which served as the nucleus of the first Spanish settlement in the Philippines.
Fort San Pedro is the first fort in the Philippines, and this was constructed by Governor General Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. When he came to the Philippines, it was constructed around the first decade of his occupation of Cebu, and it's probably the first structure to be built in Cebu, or one of the first. So it is also considered to be one of the first European or Western structures in the Philippines or in Asia. And it's located in the central part of the city.
Now, when it was constructed in 1565, they just used logs. So it was wooden palisade, and the footprint of the fort is, I think, the same as you find now. But at that time, it was all made of wood. So the story is, it must have been made into a stone sometime in the 1700s. Now, you must understand that in the pre-colonial period, the Visayas was trading openly with Muslims from the south. When the Visayas turned Christian because of Spanish conversion, this entire connection with the south got cut off. So there was a need to build a fort. First, to protect the Spaniards, very few of them, from the Portuguese, which were claiming the Philippines, of course. So they had to protect themselves. So build a palisade made of wood. At the same time, to contain the Spanish and protect them from the indigenous, because there was resistance from the natives. It was restored in 1833, and it stood until World War II.
In this fortress, the Fort San Pedro, our ancestors gave their hard work, their sweat and blood just to build this fortress.
The fort was built with native labor. It may be a Spanish structure, but the fact that they were built by the blood, sweat, and tears of Filipino or native labor is testament to our resilience as a people.
We are inspired by the story of Fort San Pedro because Fort San Pedro was built by our ancestors. It took a very long time for Fort San Pedro to be a strong stone structure. So just like success, it is gradually built through determination, hard work, and always doing the right thing.
In these modern times, we hope that this hard work should be inculcated in the minds of the new generation.
Ang isang bansa na hindi marunong lumingon sa mga nangyayari sa kanyang kasaysayan at hindi marunong tumingin sa kanyang kasaysayan, ay isang bansa that's just floating, drifting. We should value the fort. It can be appropriated as part of the history of our suffering, and at the same time of our claiming our freedom back. Why? Because after the Spaniards left, this became an important structure for the defense of the Philippines. So we should look at the fort, as a symbol of the Filipino. We've survived Just as this fort has survived. We've survived the colonial experience. We're now a free nation. And let the colonial experience and the symbols of the colonial past inspire us to do more and do better. Be as strong as this fort that has survived even an attempt to destroy it. When we see the past, we should look at it as an inspiration to do better, to do more, and to better ourselves as we move towards the future. Ako ay tagapagsalaysay ng ating nakalipas. Ako ay magiting.
Ako ay mahilig sa kasaysayan. Ako ay magiting.
Ako usa ka tour guide o akong gihatag, akong suporta sa Fort San Pedro. Ako ay magiting.
Maging magiting sa laban ng buhay. Maging magiting, kaya mong piliin ang kabayanihan araw-araw. Sa isip, salita at gawa, tayo ay maging magiting.